G'day, Damien here for Automotive Superstore, and this time around I've got Clarion's new GL500 9-inch and GL700 10.1-inch fixed trapezoid screens. Now they're the first new screens from Clarion for a little while, so let's check them out. Before I jump into the screens, let's talk about the trapezoid category to start with. So first of all, it's important to know that these just don't fit into any double din or single din hole like a traditional double din, single din or floating screen. You have to have a very specific fascia kit for your car to suit either the 9-inch or the 10-inch so that it works and plugs in and fits and everything works inside your car. Some kits can also suit either the 9 or the 10-inch in the same fascia with a little insert panel that comes with them if the dashboard is large enough to accept that. Now to find out if your car has a fascia kit to suit these types of screens, go to our website, put in your car's details and your state in our little drop down in the top right hand corner, and navigate to vehicle specific kits and see if there are fascia kits for your car. If there's a fascia kit for sale, then you can grab either a 9-inch or a 10-inch depending on which one fits the fascia kit. Now let's talk about the units themselves. The GL500 and 700 are effectively identical save for the screen size and really quite a small difference in price between the two. The screen resolution on these is 1024 by 600. CarPlay and Android Auto, wired and wireless obviously. They do play back 1080p videos from flash drive, especially if they're MP4 format. You get in the box your main power limb that goes to ISO for plugging into your aftermarket harnesses. You've also got a GPS antenna that is for the CarPlay and Android Auto wireless handshake connection. There are two USB connections. Both are 1.5 amps in charging, one for CarPlay and Android Auto connection dedicated. The other one is for flash drives, and also there's a connection on here for the microphone for your hands-free system. This little wire here gives you your park brake connection and power for cameras. The cameras, there's front and rear, and they accept the AHD 720p if you've got those in your car. You want to upgrade to those high resolution cameras. This wire here is a little adapter that goes from 3-wire to 3.5mm steering wheel control. You may or may not need this depending on what kind of kit is suitable for your car. And this harness here gives you dual monitor outputs, an AV input. It also gives you front, rear and subwoofer RCA pre-outs with 4 volts RMS of signal strength. The internal power channels for this 16 watts RMS by 4, which is about 45 watts max. It also plays back the high resolution audio files in either FLAC or WAV, and I tested all the way up to 96 kilohertz and 24-bit, and it played them quite happily. First of all, here is Apple CarPlay, where you swipe left and right to access all your common apps, and here you've got phone, maps, things like that. Access to the music on your actual phone itself. Come back here, you can also have a split screen setup. So here's Android Auto, split screen, full screen. We can go to our apps, just swipe up and down for your apps for phone and communication, navigation, things like that. Come back to our main menu. So main screen here, we've got radio access, USB access here, or your phone, or you can hit sources. CarPlay and Android Auto are here. Also your auxiliary source. Let's go into settings. We've got Wi-Fi here. Let's start up here with the gear set. So here we set our time, our language, daylight saving, system beep tone, left or right hand drive preference for the menu system, power off delay we can adjust, and our steering wheel controls we can adjust here or do a factory reset. Into illumination control. Now here, if we turn off cycle, we can choose from red, yellow, green, blue, purple or white for our key illumination on the side. If we hit this, it will cycle through all of those colors. In our wallpaper, we've got a couple of different ones to choose from. If you just want a blank screen, you can actually go to brightness here and turn the brightness all the way down. It goes to a black screen. Here into audio menu, balance we can adjust or recenter. Here we've got loudness on and off. subwoofer on and off. And here we've got one of the sub-level controls. There are two areas you can adjust this, but here's one. Along the bottom here, we've got shortcuts to the rest of the EQ menus. So custom EQ, you've got two different 13-band EQs you can set and save. In presets here, there are user 1 and 2, your save ones there, flat, and then 5 more preset curves you can play with. In crossover, you've got the choice of front, rear, and subwoofer crossover filters for each of the outputs. Let's say we're doing subwoofer. We can adjust the low pass filter. It can be full range or 30, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 160, or 250 Hertz. And it's variable from 24 down to 6 dB per octave in filter slope. And you can also adjust the level here. It's the second place you can adjust it. The front and rear crossovers are identical. You've got full range or 30, 40, 60, 80, 120, 160 and 200. And you've also got your 6 through 24 dB per octave filter slope and level control. In time alignment, you can adjust the arrival time of each speaker in the system so that they all arrive at the same time at your ears. And you've got 3 presets you can save there. And then finally, in audio levels, you've got the different level for each of your sources here. And you can adjust those relative to each other, as well as your main volume, ringer volume, core volume, navigation volume, and things like that. So there you have Clarions GL500 and GL700 9-inch and 10.1-inch Trapezoid screens. If you want to grab one of these for yourself, there'll be links down below. While you're down there, like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you next time.